Nadia Murad and Lamia Al-Bashar. The women were kidnapped by Islamic State group militants in 2014. They managed to escape and are now promoting women's and minority rights. The award ceremony will be held in Strasbourg on December 14th. Here to tell us more, France 24's Mark Perelman. So, Mark, what more can you tell us about this year's winners?
This year's winners are two women who were abducted and used as sex slaves by ISIS militants. They were abducted in the village of Kocho near Sinjar in Iraq, and where a fierce battle took place, and some Yazidis were freed. However, other women remain today as sex slaves in the hands of ISIS. It is estimated that they still hold some 3,000 of them, and there were reports in recent days in the attack on Mosul that some of those women were taken by ISIS to other places, presumably to help them cover their traces and appear to be civilians fleeing. Obviously, this is a very symbolic gesture, because one of the two activists, Nadia Murad Basi, is also now a UN Goodwill ambassador who's trying to shine the spotlight on the fate of victims of human trafficking. She's also been an advocate to recognize the fate of the Yazidis as a genocide, and this has been a campaign that's been going on. They have received the support of John Kerry, the American Secretary of State. So clearly a very symbolic prize. It is also interesting that the two other contenders, one was a Turkish journalist who was condemned for allegedly sharing some state secrets and now lives in exile. And the other was the former head of the parliament of the Tatars of Crimea. And so this was seen maybe as a gesture of defiance, one vis-a-vis Turkey and one vis-a-vis Russia. This would have been a more political prize, if you will. This clearly is about human rights, and everyone can probably share the pain of these two women. And this is a way to recognize what they are advocating in those very difficult conditions.
Mark, there's a considerable cash prize, but aside from that, what are the benefits of getting a prize like this?
Well, obviously, this highlights the fate of these Yazidi. The Yazidis are a small minority, Kurdish-speaking minority in this area near Syria, in Iraq, and they've really been the victims specifically of ISIS and the fact that many women and children were targeted because of their religious beliefs. And there have been all these stories coming out. This is really a way for the European Parliament for the European Union and for Europe to say, okay, we need to really care about this, as the fight against ISIS is probably entering a decisive phase.